Okay, so we are good to go.
So, guys, we are going to actually spend like 20-25 minutes on drilling, just general idea about prompting. So it's going to go like this. Let's start with Elizabeth. I'm going to ask you some few questions and then tell you what you need to do. So tell me in few sentences, tell me about yourself, what you do, what you like doing, what your goal is
As regards this
Okay,
class
in general.
in
Yeah,
general,
the goal
okay.
is as regards the class. Yeah.
okay. I'm a counselor and I like to tell people about their mental emotions, how they can control themselves and their emotions. And particularly, I'm trying to own an NGO that is to get the girl child aware of what she can do anytime
Okay.
she's about in danger. And the objective is that to create awareness of mental mental health about the girl child,
Okay.
and then to help people when they have kind of bad emotions, so that it doesn't weigh them down. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you too. Um, let's go to GT.
Boss, okay, for
GT.
you, Mister. Yeah, boss. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
you're a bit low.
Okay, okay, let me disconnect from my iPod. It's my iPod. Okay, okay. Hear me now.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Okay. So
So you
what's the
heard the
question?
question. Yeah? Oh, you want me to repeat myself? That's the whole point
Sorry,
of
sir.
this class. You have to be active. All right, just in few sentences, tell me who GT is, what it does, what his goal with regards to this class is.
Okay. Okay. My name is GT. Um, I am a graduate, undergraduate actually.
What are you studying?
Not actually undergraduate, sorry. I just graduated from University of Benin, mechanical department, mechanical engineering.
Okay,
So my feed is actually based on engineering, you know, building of using the scientific knowledge to, you know, build things, try to improve things. So in regards to this class, I've been wanting to learn AI. I've been wanting to learn how to code, how to, be familiar with the online space. I've been wanting to
mm,
learn to become a cyber security agent, actually.
okay,
So I believe God brought this class across my way so that I can build a career on it. Since it's something I've been aspiring to do. So God knows my heart. That's why He actually brought you guys across my way. So I believe my expectation in this class, in regards to this class, is that I have the positive mindset that I will be very good and I will learn because I've made a decision that I will give my 100, I will give my time, and I will learn. And I'll if there is any
I think we'll have to be brief with our answers a bit. GT, where are you?
let's GT. This is what you're going to do now before I move on to the next. Do you know how to cook?
No, I don't have any background knowledge.
So you don't know how to cook, not even rice.
If I know how to cook,
Yeah.
yeah, I can cook.
Good. So can you make jollof rice?
Yes, boss.
All right, this is what you're going to do now. In your own words, without the help of the AI, from A to Z, in let's say 5 points, how you're going to start and the steps of cooking jollof rice. Bullet points. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you have a minute to think about that. I'll get back to you now.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Big Seven, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Are you new here?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
new.
this is
Okay,
my
okay.
day.
It's
Okay,
actually his first
Oma will
class.
take you. Okay, all right. All right. Oma will take you then. All right, now let's Nkechi, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Nkechi, are you a graduate? Are you working or what do you do
Okay.
in general?
Yeah, I'm a graduate. I'm serving
Okay.
currently.
Okay. All right. So this is what you're
And
going to do for me, Nkechi.
okay.
What are you aspiring to be, like your profession?
Okay. Before
Just a
now,
brief
I
answer.
okay, I aspire to be okay. I aspire to be a writer, like a good writer.
A writer. All right, this is what you're going to do for me. That's what you're aspiring to
Okay.
be. So now I want you to write down the steps you need to take to be a writer.
Okay.
Do you understand the question?
Okay, I should write down the steps on how to be a good
Yeah,
writer.
on how to be a good writer from
The
A
steps,
to
the
Z.
procedures you have to
Yes,
go
the
through in order
procedures
to become a good writer.
to be a writer.
Okay.
All right, good. Thank you. Elizabeth, you are a counselor, and I'm sure
Yes, please.
you. Okay, all right, all right. Now I want you to also write a detailed procedure on how you ended up being a counselor.
Okay.
All right. Who is there again? Vibecoder.
Ah,
iPhone. Charlie.
I don't think I don't think that's Charlie. That's Olayemi.
Sorry, Olayemi.
So we have two new people we have
Olayemi.
to actually take care of
We have two
today.
new people.
We
All
have
right, all right,
Olayemi
all
and
right,
Big
all right.
Seven. So
And Big Seven.
we have to be brief with what we're doing. It's
All right, so GT, let's start with you. It doesn't have
Okay.
to be perfect. Mhm.
Okay. So you said I should itemize 7 steps in which I can use to cook a rice.
you said 5.
Yeah, 5.
5, right?
Jollof rice.
Okay, first of all, the first step is to parboil the
Yes,
rice. Parboil the
parboil.
rice, then
Mhm.
wash the rice. Then
Mhm.
that's the second step. You wash the rice. Then the third one,
Mhm.
you blend the tomato, the pepper, onion, the ingredients that you want to use. You blend it together.
Okay.
Then the fourth one, you cook. You add your oil. You cook the the ingredients. You make sure that it gets cooked well properly. Then you
Mhm.
now turn the rice inside the the stew which you have made. Then
Okay.
add water. Then you now test it. Add your salt
Okay.
and your Maggi. Make sure that it's okay.
Okay. Okay. Just stick to that. Nkechi, let's hear from you real fast. Nkechi or
I think
Elizabeth?
Okay.
Anyone?
I
Okay,
think
Nkechi
it
is
is go.
ready. Okay.
Okay. First off, I need to read a kind of
Mm-hmm.
read widely, then write regularly, like
Mm-hmm.
write often, a kind of be consistent in writing,
Okay.
and also yes, consistency. Then read the first one is
Read
read
widely, write regularly,
widely.
consistently. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the next one.
Okay. I think try to seek others and critics, like write and give others to review your work. Like after
Okay.
writing, you share it out to people to read and then give you feedback to see if you're actually improving.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, nice,
Thank you.
nice.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you. Elizabeth.
Yes, please. A detail of how I become a counselor involves
Mm-hmm.
a combination of education and training and
Okay.
personal qualities that can
Mm.
equip one to guide you through life challenges. And in
Mm-hmm.
doing that, there are some key skills that you got to have when you want to become a counselor. You got to have the communication skills, you got to have the empathy, and then you got to have problem solving skills and critical thinking and self awareness for you to be able
Okay.
to carry out your counseling experiences uh, nicely, anyway. And at the end of the day,
Okay.
you can become a licensed counselor, something like that, and
Okay.
you can work in so many places with that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you too. Now, the whole point of this is you see the what I just told you guys to go through is just to make you understand the basics of prompting. Now, let's start with GT. GT, you saw how you broke down the process of you making jollof rice, yeah?
Yeah.
It means there has to be a starting point. Without that starting point, you cannot get your jollof rice ready. Yeah? Agreed, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, think about put that context. Put it into prompting. Now, you broke everything down in details, yeah? It's the same as prompting. You start from the mere basics, whatever you are trying to achieve with your AI. Let's say you're trying to make your AI, let's say, do a research on Canada. You understand? What should be your first point? You should start from the bare basics, detailed from point one to the last point. You just don't put everything into the AI. If you cannot break it down in steps, you're going to get confused and at the same time confuse your AI. That's the whole reason of me asking these questions. So you learn that you you actually becoming a good prompt engineer, it has to do with, as Omar said, your pen and your paper. Be able to think first. Write detailed sentences, either bullets, paragraphs of what you're trying to achieve. Not mumble jumbled, not starting with the not starting with the result first, then going to how everything is supposed to start. Jollof rice, you need to start from, as you said, parboil, your water, your gas, before you can actually start putting the sauces, the salt. Onto the next point, you blend your sauces, your tomatoes and peppers, and then you leave it to no to get done. It's the same thing with prompts. You start with the little points from the beginning. You have to be able to fetch out what the beginning is, not thinking about the end point. Oh, I want to be a designer. There are steps to be a designer. Let's say you don't know that steps. How are you then going to ask your AI to show you how to be a designer? It means you need to start from the beginning. You get the whole gist.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Nkechi,
Sir?
did you get the whole gist of what I'm trying to explain?
Yes, I do.
All right. All right. So I think Omar is going to explain some things today, and then if there is time, you're still going to try to drill on actual prompting.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are having a good evening. Actually, today's class, I don't I have to take into consideration the new guys we have in the class today. So what I'll be doing most likely is I'll be trying to run through. Hope you all can hear me though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
we
allowed
can
to.
hear you.
Okay. So I'll be trying to do a run through of uh what we've done from the beginning, just so I can explain what this whole class is all about. And it will be very, very brief. So to those who have just joined us, we are here to become, first of all, I say welcome to you guys. Uh, Vibe coding and AI prompt engineering is just an easy way for you as a young youth, a young Nigerian youth, to easily just become a coder on your own. And it's not just about only coding. It gives you education on how to use AI to actually maximize your skills or develop your skills if you didn't have them before. So what we do here is we give free classes to aspiring programmers, aspiring website designers, video editors, as long as your particular involves computing, we are actually going to be teaching you how to use AI to give yourself a soft landing or to make the job easier for yourself. So essentially, to do that, you need to understand what AI prompting actually is. While if you want to become a programmer, or if you aspire to become a programmer, or if you aspire to create apps, build websites, edit pictures and all that, no, editing picture, I think that should also do it using AI also, but that's AI prompting. But if you aspire to be just a coder, a programmer, someone that builds websites, someone that builds bots, that builds application and the likes, then you need to actually be a vibe coder to use AI to do that. So in essence, the class is just about teaching you how to use AI to actually achieve beyond your normal capabilities. So first of all, I think we are three classes. We've done three classes already. So you guys are like three classes behind, but you shouldn't worry. We are actually going to try to guide you guys up to the point where everyone is at the moment. So first of all, I'm going to like to ask Big Seven and Olayemi, are you guys familiar with AI in any way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of familiar with AI, kind of, because I actually make use of it to solve some kind of little problem like that, and I get results, something like that.
Okay. Well, do you have any examples of such problems you use it for?
It's just like normal questions and maybe like some kind of assignments. You understand? Like maybe to build something like a design. It can just I can just go there and like type something like should give me some kind of sample or something like that
Okay,
to
but
bring to
do
it. But
Do you consider it efficient enough for what you
No,
do use it for?
no,
Okay.
no, no, no.
Okay, thank you.
That's why I'm here, and I'm willing to like know more.
Okay, thank you. That's
You're
Big
welcome.
Seven, right?
Yeah.
That's all.
I use my
No, who just spoke, finish. Olayemi, you're the one who just
Yeah,
spoke.
this is Olayemi. Yes, Olayemi.
Okay, so Big Seven, what about you?
Yeah, I use AI for some research, but I'll just use it to get idea. Then or sometimes if I like need a sentence, I'll use it to get of the sentence I want. Then to just give me some ideas, and I'll wrap it up. It's like what I want to send, stuff like that, sha. And some research, but I don't usually use it every time. So that's
Okay.
what I do.
Um, do you consider it efficient also?
No,
As
just
regards what you do?
no.
Okay. I think we have someone new here also. Olubumi.
Yes, I introduced the person.
Okay. Can you introduce yourself, please? Very briefly, please.
Hello, yeah.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank
I'm
you.
joining the class. Yeah, I'm joining the class via the link of Mrs. Ogundaini.
Okay. Okay. You're
Invited me,
welcome.
yes.
Okay. Can I ask what you do for
Yeah.
a living?
I'm a businessman, sir.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome.
I left
So,
America as
okay.
from UBA, and I'm now into my favorite practice. I'm a trader, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, we are going to try to introduce you to how you can use AI to actually serve you better in that aspect. Okay.
Yes, 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 thanks. Yeah.
Okay. So, welcome to all you, our newcomers again. So, now,
Okay.
this actually gives us a kind of puzzle. Now we are going to take you guys along, but we are going to do that. But first, I would like you guys to follow on this class. And then after this class, we'll
Okay.
actually design a program that will take you on, maybe probably we'll just choose one particular day to brush 1 hour to take you on every step of what the class has been about for the last 3 classes. So I think that should work
Okay,
for
thank you.
everybody.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. So let's start with today's class.
Okay.
So today's class, we're going to be talking about prompt training, where logic meets intuition in AI. Now, for those that don't know what prompt is, I'm sure many of you are, from what you guys said, you're quite familiar with AI. Like some said they use it for assignments, some use it for minor problem solving and all that. I'm sure you understand that when you want to communicate with your AI, you actually have to ask it questions in line with what you want the AI to tell you more about. So now those questions you ask, those requests you make to the AI is called prompt. We call them AI prompts. So what you're actually doing is giving the AI a prompt, and what the AI is doing is responding to the prompt you just gave the AI. So if you're using it for assignment and your assignment is based off of something mechanical and you're like, how does a pulley system work? So the AI is going to return based on that prompt you ask and go look for information about the pulley system, compile the information together and give you the best possible results as the answer to that prompt. But mind you, I always still say this, the AI is not that smart. It is only as smart as you make it or as you train it to be. So now, from the past 3 classes, we've discovered there's actually a problem first. General problem in the class, whereby most of us don't actually use logic properly in the sense that we don't visualize how the composition of the inner system of what we are trying to ask the AI to do would work. For those that are new, what actually happened is last 2 classes, there was an assignment where we told some of the students who had gone through the last 3 classes to actually build a website using AI. and they were doing a good job, but there was a particular problem we noticed, which was clumping all your prompts in one particular mass. I'm sure some of you that actually use this AI for assignments and the like might also be familiar with this. When you ask the AI too many questions in one particular go. So now what you're doing is you are taking too many prompts that should have been well sorted out, and you're compiling it into one massive ball of information request and giving it to the AI. Now, doing that tends to allow the AI give you wrong answers or mixed up responses. Might not entirely be wrong, but some information might just be incorrect. So now, in order to use AI to do complex tasks like building a website, designing your company logo, or building a trading bot, or trying to ask it to build a sketch of a particular mechanical plan or something like that, you have to know how to actually communicate with the AI. And now some of us on past class can actually communicate with our AI better than we used to be before we started this class. But now the problem that is in the front of everyone now is how to change those prompts, how to actually arrange your prompts in the particular manner to give you effective results. So that is what this class is going to be. We are going to be blending logic and intuition, and also taking into consideration the flow, the particular flow of the prompt we want the AI to follow. So let's start. First of all, as usual, we'll start with the theoretical aspect. We have to understand first what is prompt chaining. Now, by definition, prompt chaining is a technique where the output of one prompt becomes the input for the next, forming a logical sequence or sequences of tasks. So now, this, for the old students, I'm sure it is understandable to you guys, because we have always spoke about, first of all, writing your ideas, what you want to achieve with the AI first, then creating a prompt where you can write from a blueprint. That blueprint will be on your normal, I always say it, keep your book and your pen. Write out the blueprint of what you want to achieve, the steps you have to take to actually achieve those things. Now, those things you're writing down is what forms your logical plan or your logical blueprint. That is what you actually follow to feed into the AI, to feed your prompts into the AI, and to actually create a chain of prompts that you can actually continuously feed the AI into giving you the best possible results. Now, what is the purpose of this? The purpose is to break down complex problems into manageable steps, thereby improving coherence, accuracy, and control. Now, if you do this now, you can actually know that. Now, I'm going to give an example of building the website like we did again. Now, first of all, you want to build a website. As I've always told you, you have to actually visualize what is this website for. Okay, it is a grocery store that sells fruits and vegetables, fine, where people can order. You've already established what the store is, what the store does. It sells fruits and vegetables, and people can actually place orders and get it delivered to them. Okay, so what's the plan now? Now, the logic behind it, you have to have the website uh, in a particular way that people can actually place orders. Then after that, you should be able to deliver. That is the back end of the website. Then the front end is resolving how the website will look like, the design and all that. So now, if you're giving prompts, you actually have to give prompts from the logical standpoint first. Let the AI fill in the gaps for you. Then you go back and correct the intuitive aspect of it. I don't know if you are understanding me. But now the analogy is this: like solving a puzzle, one piece at a time. Each prompt reveals part of the picture. Yeah. So now you want to build a website. Now you're telling the AI something like this: I need you to build a website for me, a website for my shop. I sell vegetables, and I want vegetables and fruits, and I want customers to be able to place order. I get alerted about the order, and the order is delivered, and I make sure the order is delivered to the customer. Now, that's just the basic starting point of any prompt. Now, it will build you a website based on this. It will do fill in the gap for you. Then now, you can now go further and say, okay, I want category of the website to be divided into fruits and vegetables, maybe potatoes, different types of potatoes, uh, peppers, tomatoes, and you can now build categories. The AI will do that. And step by step, your website starts to take shape. So let's move on let's move on. Now, why prompt chaining matters? Now, why does this actually matter in whatever it is you're doing? Why do we need to actually chain our prompt? Sorry. So now, logically, it enables structured reasoning, step-by-step problem solving, and modular task execution. While intuitively, it allows creative flow, adaptive thinking, and human-like decision making. Now, who are the people that use this prompt chaining? Who are those that need prompt chaining the most? We have coding assistants. No, sorry, we can use them. You can use prompt chaining with our coding assistant, our research workflow, in market content generation, and also in autonomous agents. Autonomous agents are also AI agents also. So coding assistants, like I explained, if you're trying to create a program or a website, it's coding. If you're using the AI as your assistant in helping you build this website or to build this application or software, you actually need to chain these prompts in a manner that the AI understands, and step by step it can actually build you what you actually want. You also have to know how to iterate. Iterate is still part of prompt chaining. If you remember from last two classes, I taught you guys iteration. Iteration is actually correcting yourself, asking the AI to correct itself. You take the correction, you put it in, you go and preview the correction. If it's actually up to your standard, then no problem. You can further beautify. If it's not, you can take the error, put it in the AI, and tell the AI to correct again, and do this over and over again till you actually get your results. For research also, like people that use it for assignments, you can use prompt chaining in order to be more accurate and more direct with your request, and to get more accurate and direct results also. For marketing, content generation, those who want to look for more customers, those who want to look for more leads, you can actually use AI to actually guide you step by step in how to get leads in your particular field, people that will actually directly want to purchase your products. And also in AI agents, in creating AI models or autonomous agents. These are machine learning programs that uh, you can use them for market content generation also, for lead generation also. You can use them for automating your social media accounts and the rest. So moving on, how prompt chaining works now, we'll start getting more practical. So what are the core components of prompt chain? So of a prompt chain. So now the first one is the initial prompt. Now, like I said before, you're building a website for groceries. You tell it the initial prompt, I want you to do this for me. The website should do this because it's meant for this. So let it just build a framework first. So you start by giving the AI an initial prompt describing the first step or aspect of a complex task. So the first step is I want to have a website, a blueprint of how the website should look like. So I would describe that to the AI first. It is the vegetable and fruit shop, and customers should be able to place order and receive their orders. So now the AI understands it's a website and it builds a blueprint of that website. Then the first output, the model generates a response based on this prompt, like I said. It gives you output based on that particular website. Now, this is not only for website. Websites is just the example we are using here. This happens on every aspect of where you use the AI. Now, evaluation and next prompt. The output is evaluated either by a human or an automated system. In this case, I would say you should be the one to evaluate the result of the first prompt, the output of the first prompt, because you're the one who intends to use the AI for whatever it is your purpose is, and you're the one who made that first prompt based on that purpose. So you should be the one to actually evaluate this output, then use this output to generate your second prompt. Now, based on this, a new prompt is crafted, often refining or building upon the previous output. That's you're refining or you're building on what the AI just told you. You've given the AI the idea of what you want to do. You've gotten a result. Now you build your second prompt based on that result that the AI gave you, or you can just refine your first prompt in order to get a sharper output again and feed that into the AI. Now, chaining. This process, sorry. So this process repeats each new prompt, incorporating context or results from the previous step. The chain continues until the desired output is achieved. So you have to keep on doing this until you get that particular output you want to get or the particular result you hope to get. So moving on, types of prompt chaining. I'm going to run through this one so I can actually take questions from the new guys first, then with the old guys. Sequential chaining. Prompts are linked in a straightforward linear. Each step depends on the previous one. Ideal for tasks like multi-stage writing, outline, draft, and edit. So this one now, in sequential chaining now, you actually can ask the AI a very complex chain of prompts in the sense that you can ask, I need you to build me a website for a vegetable and fruit shop, full stop. Then the second one follows like, it should have categories this, and this. That's a full stop again. Then customers who come to the shop should be able to add products to a cart. And at the end of the day, make an order based on the content of that cart. Now, we have changed like 5 prompts in a sequence. Now, what the AI is going to do is going to build an initial first output, based on those first 5 prompts you've given. It's in a sequence. So it builds it in a very straightforward way according to this your sequence. So now you can now continue prompting based on that. Now, sequential prompt is actually good as your initial prompt. It is a very, very accurate way of beginning your initial prompt. Now, conditional chaining branches the prompt sequence based on the AI's output. For example, if sentiment analysis returns positive, the next prompt might ask for positive highlights. If negative, it might ask for suggestive improvement. Now, conditional chaining often is also used is best as the second prompt, or naturally is always the second prompt, because it's prompts that is a kind of chain you generate based off of the first output of the AI. So you can take from what the AI has told you before, now start to further inquire from the AI based on what the AI has given you. Example, it gave you the categories for your website, for your vegetable and fruits website. Now you can further ask the AI, what other categories do you think should be added to these categories to make it more robust for a fruit and vegetable shop? Now you have given it conditions now, and you have changed that prompt like that. So this is also very good as your second prompt. While looping chaining, iterates a prompt over iterates a prompt over a collection of items and is useful for batch processing, like summarizing multiple documents at one time. Now, this type of prompts, you're asking the AI to look at different it's best when, like the example said, it's best when you want the AI to read through multiple documents. Like you have assignments to do, and you have different documents that you need to summarize. So you can use a loop prompt by saying something like, run through the document and look for anywhere the document talks about let's say a pulley system, for example. If you see a pulley system, then you can loop another prompt to follow. Discuss its use in that particular document. So the AI runs through all documents that you have, looks for any documents containing pulley system, then loops over to the second loop, then explains the use of that pulley system on that particular page of that document. So if he sees 36 places where the word pulley system is mentioned in that document, it will take each of those 36 mentions and try to explain the way it was used in that particular place it was found. So that is what they call loop chaining. Hope that example is clear. You're still going to take questions though.
Yeah, it is.
Now we have logic-driven prompt chaining. Now, Here we call something chain of thought, COT. I know this might look advanced for those just joining us, but like I said, just stick with us. We are sure you will take you there. So we call it COT. Now, what is COT? COT is chain of thought. It's when you force the AI to reason step by step before answering. It's like you're conditioning now this is part of when we say you need to train your AI. This is part of training your AI actually. Because now you're conditioning the response the AI is going to give you. You want it to be accurate as regards probably location, as regards time, as regards the date, and also the mood of the environment. So now you actually have to create a chain of thought, a logic-driven prompt that can condition your AI into taking all these things into consideration before giving you an answer. That's why you see sometimes you ask your AI something, it takes 5 seconds for your AI to respond. And later you ask your AI something else and it takes it like 15 seconds to respond. Probably unknowing to you, you've actually created a chain of thought for your AI, and your AI has to just go and think before giving you a response. Now we have React framework. Now, this React framework now is very important when you begin to advance in vibe coding, because it's actually you it's actually you doing or take coding be it your software or your website, and having a visual representation or a visual preview of what you're doing on ground, where you can see the actions, the results or the output of the actions you are taking right there in your code. So it combines reasoning with external actions. So you are thinking of it, you are imputing it on your code, and you are seeing how it looks like. So you can actually reason more based on that output. That's why it's called React, because you can actually see the results of all your actions you're actually putting in. Now, validation steps. Inserting checkpoints to catch errors or hallucinations. Example, let's look at this prompt. Yeah, I'm going to explain React framework properly. Now, list top 3 startup ideas. Now, the output is this: AI tutor, echo delivery, and virtual co-working. Next prompt is give the pros and cons of each. The output is it gives a detailed analysis. So now this is a prompt, logic-driven prompt chain. Number one, you've given it an assignment of giving you top 3 startup ideas for you that you want to do business. Top 3 startup ideas in any business. It gave you its output, which is AI tutor, eco delivery, virtual co-working. Then you give it another logic-driven prompt now, asking it to actually give you the advantages of this particular one, the disadvantages, then the advantages of the next one, its disadvantages, and the advantages of the last one, and the disadvantages. So now, what I want to do is I want to properly explain React, because React is going to be an important part of your life as a vibe coder. So now we have React framework. What is React framework? Now, it's a hybrid prompting strategy that combines, number one, reasoning, where the AI explains its thought process to you, and number two, the acting, which is the action aspect. The AI performs actions like searching the web or using tools. Why does it matter? It stimulates how humans solve problems. Think, check, revise. Example, find the latest news on AI regulation. Think step by step and search if needed. The output: first, I will define AI regulation. Then I will search for recent updates. That's the search action. Here's what I found. Now, this framework is powerful for autonomous agents and research tasks. Now, if you're doing assignments, this is very perfect for you. Using React framework is very perfect for you. Also, if you're building a website also, it is also a very enhanced way of actually delivering your responses to your clients, by giving you the options to create autonomous agents, which is like your online customer care. The one you see on your website, on the lower part of your website when you go online to websites, they tell you chat with the AI agent. It's not actually the AI, it's not actually ChatGPT you're chatting with. You're chatting with a design of prompts that have been created that if you say hello, it would respond in this way. If you keep saying hello, you keep getting that same response. You understand? So that's those AI agents you see, those customer care agents are actually built based on the React framework. So moving on, validation step, what is it? Yeah, way past time and I will still want to take a lot of questions. Strategic checkpoints within the chain to verify outputs before moving forward. Now, validations, this is what we call validation steps. It's also what you call iteration. You create checkpoints when you are doing everything as regards AI prompt or vibe coding. Make sure you have checkpoints. In case you make a mistake somewhere, you can always fall back to that checkpoint. Now, this is where validation or iteration comes in. At this checkpoint, you should be able to check if everything you've actually thought about or everything you've discussed with the AI, every logic you've actually given the AI to develop has been met or has been executed. If this at this particular point you've not achieved this particular stage in your app development or web development, then you know there is something wrong. So as the development progresses, you keep creating checkpoints where you can actually be doing your feasibility check to make sure everything is actually working properly. So why does it matter? It prevents error propagation. If one step is wrong, the whole chain can collapse. So now, if one step is wrong in this particular way, the whole chain doesn't collapse if you do this. Because now you have checkpoints where it can actually collapse to, or you can actually take revert to in case of anything. So how to use it? You insert prompts like, is this answer correct? Double check. When you get to a particular stage, is this are these categories correct? Are they properly placed? Please double check. Is it if the customer clicks on this particular category, are all these things going to display? Double check. Then follow up by using comparison prompts. Compare these results with another source. Always have a source you want to compare with, or you can just ask the AI to do a general check. Then lastly, apply filters. Only continue if confidence is above 80. Now you only continue doing what you're doing only if the confidence in what the AI has given you is above 80%. If not, you keep on iterating and continuing. This is especially useful in coding, like I said, analysis and decision-making workflows, like your AI agents also. So these are just a list of examples. And I'll just run through the examples, then we can start taking questions. Now let's walk through the examples. Now, like we said, list three startup ideas, top startup ideas. This is the initial task. It triggers idea generation. Now you start with this prompt, list top 3 startup ideas. Then the output it gives is AI tutor, echo delivery, and virtual co-working. Now the AI responds with these 3 creative options. Then the next prompt you should go with is give pros and cons for each. The AI does a deeper analysis and gives you an output based on that analysis it did. Then it follows as such: AI tutor, scalable education, data privacy concerns, eco delivery, eco-friendly branding, logistic complexity, then virtual co-working is remote team synergy, but you have platform fatigue. Now it's now left to you as the person to go through these 3 startup options that it has given you and pick the one that you know that you are actually friendly with. The pro is actually of advantage to you. The advantage is all an advantage to you, while the con is something you can manage. So this is how you can actually now by yourself you can sort out 2 by yourself and tell the AI, I think I would love to be an AI tutor and I would also love to do virtual co-working. But amongst these 2, can you tell me the requirement I will need to have before I can actually start this? Now the AI goes on to further dissect these 2 and gives you the list of requirements you need to have before you can start any one of these 2. Then you can check for yourself. If you think you have these requirements, you can go on and do this particular one. Or if you think you don't have this, you can do the next one. So with that, I think we should probably come to the end of the theory aspect. We should go straight to questions. So the new people can actually, I'm going to be giving the floor to the new guys actually. You guys will be the first to ask questions before we move on to the old timers. So any questions, be it based on this class or based on anything you want to understand as regards AI, or what you think might have been in the last class that you missed. This for the new guys. Olayemi Big 7 and Mr. Labumi. If you have questions. Okay, no questions from you guys. Okay, what of the old timers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah, okay.
You can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you introduce yourself? This thing is still iPhone.
Yeah, I am. It's me, Charlie.
Okay, go on, shoot.
Yeah. About the problem I had last time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I maybe that one because I really want you to maybe when I'm going through those stuff, maybe I'll send you a screenshot of it. That's what I just want you
What's the
to help
problem
me
you're
because
having?
yeah, the problem I'm having is how to save the file. I have asked my AI about that, and the question is giving me I don't really understand it. That's the only problem I have.
What did you ask your AI? What did you ask your AI?
Yeah, I when I didn't know where to save it, I asked my AI that I don't know where to save where to save my file, and the answer it was giving me it was
Did you
not
tell
good.
the AI what phone you were using, what app you were using, on what app you are
Yeah,
trying to
yeah, yeah.
save?
I told him.
You told the AI the app you were using and the phone
Yeah.
you were using, and what answer did you give? Why didn't you understand the answer? It should give you directions on that particular app, on your
Yes,
particular phone.
he told me, yes, boss. I wish I can save it for you. Just copy the link and go and paste it to your code editor because I'm using code editor. That was
Mm-hmm.
what he told me. Yeah, I still have the screenshot on my phone.
So why didn't you copy it and paste it in the code editor?
I've copied and pasted in the code editor, but I don't know exactly place where I'm going to save it. That's the problem I'm having here.
And there's no menu on the code editor.
Yeah, I saw a plus sign. After I click those two plus sign,
Mm-hmm.
I paste the file, the code. I paste
Mm-hmm.
the code. And after pasting the code, I need to save it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's my main problem.
So you didn't see any other button, any other nothing there that you can
No, no,
press.
no, 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 no.
And when you pasted it there, it didn't ask you to give it a name or anything.
No, no, he didn't ask me to give a name. That's the major problem I'm having.
Okay, send your this thing to the group. Send the screenshot to the group.
Okay.
Who else has a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, I'm listening.
So my question is, okay. So from everything you said, my question basically, if, for example, you said building the website is about basically step by step process. You need to
Are you
define
using your
that
AirPods again?
from
Are you using AirPods again?
yes, yes, okay. Let me, yeah, let me
Charlie, I'm waiting for your screenshot.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear it perfectly.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So you said you talk about prompt.
Mm-hmm.
That prompting is about giving the AI an instruction step by
Mm-hmm.
step, and you talk also about breaking a complex task into smaller tasks so that the AI will be able to understand and process it.
Yeah.
Okay, 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 like I was working on something today. Like I wanted to build a website. I don't want to give the AI a bunk or like a complex order to do
Mm-hmm.
at once. So I said, let me start from what is a website. So he actually answered me. He told me that a website is a collection of related files, such as whatever, whatever, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay. And that gave me a breakdown of the components that is needed in a website, like web page, domain name, web hosting, and content. So,
Okay.
and I said, okay. And I said, what do I need? I was asking, I was working with the AI. I said, what do I need to build a good and simple website? So he now gave me some few stuff like he told me that best practice for a good and simple website are these. First of all, a clear purpose, a mobile first design,
Mm-hmm.
visual hierarchy, white space, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So Ina said, if I'm ready to start coding, I can generate a simple single page website template for using HTML or Theme CSS that follow this. So to
Mm-hmm.
cut the long story short, I want to ask, my question now is, if I now, okay, I said yes, I would love to see it. Ina brought all those stuff to me and he created a simple website for me to see.
Mm-hmm.
So me now, I want to know for like an example, if I'm asking my AI, I'm asking my AI steps. If me now want to start building, like
Mm-hmm.
the AI has already equipped me, he has explained what I want to do, he has explained it to me. If
Mm-hmm.
I
Go
want to
on.
start building now, how do I go about it? Like, should I be saying, okay, AI, now I want you to build me a website with a name, with the name of the website as this, then I will now like send it. It will bring the name for me. Then it will bring the website for me. Then I will not be adding. Is it that's what you mean by chain, by step um 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 how did you even put it?
Prompt chaining.
Step by step,
Prompt chaining.
step by step. Is that what you meant?
Yes. Now,
Okay, just for
see,
clarity's sake, sorry, before you respond, for clarity's sake, if I not tell the AI, for example, now, okay, let me just use what you said. Hmm, I'm coming on. Let me quickly look at my book. You said something.
about sequential
Mm-hmm.
chaining.
Yes. Yeah, I think I've seen. Okay, okay, I'm coming. Okay, you said something about a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You said, like, for example, now you want to build a grocery store where you can sell fruits and vegetable online, where
Mm-hmm.
customer can order and they will get their orders. For
Mm-hmm.
example, now you want to build that thing. If you said, okay, AI, what is a fruit or what is a grocery store?
No,
And I explain to you.
no, you don't need to do all that. You don't need to do all that. You will only do that if you are trying to do something you don't have an idea about. You already know what the grocery store is. You've been to grocery stores already. So you can actually replicate what you see physically on on the website. You understand? You can just think about it in your mind and you can move it like in your own head on the website. You understand? You can have a visual imagination of what a grocery store should do. You only do that if you don't know anything about what you're trying to do. Example, someone that does not know how to build, does not know anything about a website. You get what I was trying to explain is that you need to know what you're trying to do first, or you need to have an idea of what you're trying to do before you can actually start it. So in the case where you don't know what the website is, or you just know that website is just used to see it and access it, but you don't know how it's even there. You don't have any idea. You can then first of all, but you want to own one. You want to own one website, but you don't have any idea. You can go to the AI now and say something like, "How does the website work? What is actually a website? How does it work? What are the components behind it? How does it function? How is it that I'm able to use it online? What's the criteria for owning one?" You can get all that information first from the AI for you to be enlightened about it so you can now broaden your own uh, imagination or your own logic. Since you know more on how the AI, how the website works, you can now build a logic based on this information you've known. Now, before you could just say something like, I I don't know anything about website, but you just jump straight to, I want to have a website. I want my website to be this and this and this. But now that you've understood what a website is, your logical reasoning is now more enhanced to be able to deliver a very good prompt to get better results from your AI. You understand? Now, in this case, you
Yeah.
already know what a grocery store is. You know what is inside grocery store. You know what grocery stores sell. You know the fruit categories. You know everything. But you are not just accurate on the kind of categories you should have. In this case, you can just go and tell the AI. The initial prompt now, why I put it on this slide now, if you look at the slide, I put it on sequential training. Remember that I told you that for your initial prompting, it's better to use sequential prompt training. You understand? Don't just do what is the website or design a grocery store, build me a grocery store website. No, that's not good for the initial prompt. Now, when you want to start, that's where you're having problem. You don't know how to
Mm,
initialize the
exactly.
AI
Exactly.
into giving you what you into starting the foundation for your website or for whatever project it is you want to start. Now, just look at
Sir,
this.
please, sorry, please, sorry, so that you just explain everything at once. Like what you said, I'm having problem initially to start, then how
Mhm.
to add block by block. Like if
If
you want
you
an
just
improvement.
listen, I'm coming there. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm trying to like explain to you.
Okay,
Now,
okay,
the initial prompt is best. It is a sequential chain. You understand? It's best you are using the initial prompt. You should use the sequential prompt training as or in your initial prompt. Let's use it like that. Sequential prompt training should be used or implemented in your initial prompt. How do you do it? Now, if you read at the definition of sequential training, it says prompts are linked in straightforward linear order. Each step depends on the previous one. That's you've stated one step now. I want to build a grocery store website. That's the first one. Now, the next one now depends on the fact that you are building a grocery store website. So it will be this grocery store website should have 10 categories. You understand?
okay,
The next
okay,
one should be changed to that one in the sense that these 10 categories should now you yourself and you are not sure of the category now, but you can say something like these 10 categories should include the 10 categories found in a normal store in any particular, you can now say maybe in Nigeria, in a normal grocery store in Nigeria. So these 10
okay,
categories should include 10 categories found in a regular grocery store in Nigeria. That is one. Another chain again, full stop. You chain another one to that again by saying, uh, also, all categories should be on a particular page called category page. Meanwhile, that's full stop. Meanwhile, you can now come back and say, meanwhile, create 5 pages and name them this, including category. You have one way chained all these prompts together. Now, what the AI is going to give you is a standardized version of that website based on all those chained prompts you've given. Now,
okay.
what you now do next is what now comes to condition chaining. Now you can say something if you look at the definition of this. That's why I said something when I was explaining condition. I said this is good as the follow-up prompt after you've just finished the initial prompt. So branches the prompt sequence based on the AI's output. For example, if sentiment analysis returns positive, the next prompt might ask for positive highlight. This one may not be able to relate with it, but I'll explain it in the way you relate with it. Now,
I don't understand.
the categories you've mentioned, the pages you've mentioned, you can down branch away from that and say, in the home page, display a
Mm,
slideshow that shows all fruits in all the categories contained on this website. You branch it out. Also, in the home page below the slideshow, do this, and this. You understand? Now you've conditioned the kind of content that you want to display on the home page. You get. Now, from sequential training, you can now decide to just start only iteration. or you can keep on chaining, conditional chaining, using conditional chaining to actually generate more data on your website, or generate more codes or more logic you want your website to perform. You understand? Looping chaining is meant for research, to get accurate information, in-depth analysis and stuff like that. But when you want to like design website, or you want to code, you can start with you can use this. These two are the very most important type of prompt chaining to use. So for you now, you want to initialize, you don't know how to initialize. That is why we are teaching prompt chaining today. Now have it at the back of your mind. Anytime you want to initialize anything with your, maybe it's building, especially when it's regards coding, always use the initial prompt should be a sequential chain. Now that
Okay.
will just create the foundation and the framework for you already. So you can now decide to now start building on that using either iteration, or you can continue using other sequential chains again, using the sequential chaining again, or conditional chaining. You can decide. It's up to you, and how much time you have to actually sit down and let the AI work for you, and you work with the AI. You understand?
Mm.
So anybody any other questions?
Hmm. I still have something to ask, boss. Like
Okay. You have
from
to be
everything you
fast. You
said.
have to be fast. It's over 1 hour
Okay.
already.
Okay. For everything you said now, if you want to do something, you need to first of all have a visual picture in your head of what you want to do, so that you'll be
Of
able
course.
to give the AI a direct and a proper um
GT,
written
in everything you do, you need to have a visual picture before you can actually achieve
do it.
anything. You that you want to go to school, if they ask you, why are you going to university? You say you want to become a doctor. You visualize yourself as a doctor already now. You visualize yourself as a mechanical engineer. Going to school is just a process. You see, it's what I'm
Mm.
always telling you guys in the group. The process is what is important. You understand?
Mm.
Visualizing yourself or visualizing it is not so important. It just give you a picture of what you want. How to get there, those process you have to follow. They are the important things. You understand? And what are those? How do you get those processes? How do you get to surpass? You have to prompt your way through those processes. You
Yeah.
understand? You have to prompt your way
Yes.
to actually achieve that thing you have visualized in your head. You want to build this website. You know what it should look like. If I ask you now that, okay, close your eyes and imagine this website, you can actually imagine a very beautiful something. But how do you get there? You start your prompt, you
Mm.
build the initial this thing, then based on what you have in your head, you
Okay.
start to itemize each one by one, and treat it. So that's how it works. You understand?
Okay. Yes.
So any other question that this any other questions?
No,
Okay,
boss, I dropped a screenshot.
okay. I'll check it. Now, if there are no other questions, our new guys, when is the best when is a good time to actually bring you guys up to speed on everything we've been doing so far? I don't know. I will need suggestions from you. Charlie, you did not give your document a title. It's telling you no title. Are you not seeing it there that it's telling you your document isn't titled? Even if you open it, I'm sure this document is empty, because I'm only seeing you pasted only one line of code, doc type HTML, and that was it. There's nothing in this document again. You did not paste the full code. That one, he told you there is no title. You should have given it a title first. The thing is saved already now. It's saved there looking at you. But you didn't give it any title. So, Big Seven and Olayemi with Mr. Bumi, when is a good time to actually meet with you guys? Because we actually have this option on ground. We have a space on our group. We call it Beginners Hub. And if you go there, you actually get past materials, videos and the likes. And you also have a dedicated person there who is GT, by the way, is going to actually take you through the past lectures and bring you up to speed. And to the point, I will also be there also to answer your questions and also to guide you. But we want to bring you guys up to speed to the point where you guys can actually start doing something with the AI. And also, we have applications in our app dump part of the group also. Here you can get free applications, even a modded AI you can be working with for now. With the class, you have applications you can use to do your website building on your phone, your coding on your phone. We have all that in app dumps. So, would you guys prefer to just go to the beginners hub and everyone tries to like bring you guys up to speed anytime in the day? You can drop questions, you can drop samples of what you are doing, and we get to answer. I think that's a good option for the newcomers.
I think that one is okay.
Big Seven, what about you?
He said yes. Big Seven said.
Oh, is that that's in chat? Abi, you guys are in chat. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Big Seven is in chat.
Okay. What about Layemi?
Because my network no good though.
Will you come to beginners hub so GT can I and GT with EC we can guide you guys in beginners hub, so you guys can at least start doing the same things the class is doing. At least some of them are already creating websites with AI, even though it's not yet perfect, but step by step they are getting there. Is
I
that
would like to be in the beginners hub too. Let me know what
okay?
is happening then. All right. Thank you.
Okay, I think EC can. EC, can you please paste beginners hub link in this chat? Let me see if I can do it. Group info. Group info. Let's. Okay. I guess I should be able to. Let me do that. So beginners hub is just where we guide everyone new who hasn't or who has missed our last class. So we try to like bring everybody up to speed in beginners hub. I'm trying to paste this. Oh, how do I? Who is going to help me with this thing now? Isi, are you online?
Okay, let me try.
I'm going to paste it on chat. So someone should please take it from chat and paste it on Zoom here, so everyone on Zoom can see it.
Okay.
We actually spent too much. We've taken too much time today. I wanted us to like do prompt training practicals, but we can do that in the groups. We can do that in the group though. Charlie, this your problem is man-made though. This your problem is self-made problem. You are the one not always reading things that you are seeing. You
I've
need to
pasted it.
thanks. So that's the link to Beginners Hub. So if you are new, please make sure you join Beginners Hub. Also, there is also let me see. We also have a YouTube channel where we are trying to upload all our past videos from like recordings of the past class. So I'm actually going to I think I'll drop the link also to that here. So in case you missed, you can always have somewhere to go pick up the content, the videos, just like this recording also. You can just go there and have it. So I'm trying to drop that in the chat before we close. How does this even work, sir? Okay. So Are there questions from anybody still? Especially the newcomers, you guys should try to ask questions just in case. In case you're not sure of what you are doing in this class, just in case you are getting confused or anything of the sort, you can actually just say it and you just quickly track back before we close and just answer one or two questions before we close. Not just, if you keep quiet, nobody will know. We always encourage people to actually communicate more in our platform, just so we know where exactly your problems are coming from. Then we can actually, whatever it is you want us to solve for you. So please don't be shy to ask questions. So that's the link to the YouTube channel. This video will also be made available on that channel also. So you can just subscribe, try to comment, and also if you have people interested in learning more about vibe coding, you can also share. Most importantly, it's a reference point for we in the class, so you can always go back and get some things down that you missed. So I think with that, we have to enter this class and we have to go on the group and have our practicals on the group, because we're actually taking too long today. We can't be keeping everybody glued to the phone. So,
Okay.
Thank
One
you.
more question before we go.
okay,
Mr. Vibe.
okay.
Okay, based on this sequential training, you
Mm-hmm.
said prompts are linked in a straightforward linear order. Each step
Yes.
depends on the previous one.
Mm-hmm.
Ideal for tasks like multi-stage writing. Okay. Now, example of it, which you just explained to me, but I just need more clarity on it. For example,
Okay.
now you want to build a grocery store. You now said, I want to build a grocery store website.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Then you now said this grocery store should have 10 categories. Then you now said these categories should have 10 other categories, found in a Nigerian shop or blah blah blah. Then you now send the prompt. The AI now brought. Can you hear me?
I'm listening.
So the AI now generates the website for you.
Mm-hmm.
Then later you now discover that there is something you omitted, like something you wanted to add.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So how do you include the thing you omitted, the stuff that you
Do you
forget
know
to add?
where do you know where the thing you omitted? Do you know where it was supposed to be? Do
Yes.
you have an idea of where it should be?
Yes.
Then tell your AI, in this particular place, add this particular thing. If it is a category you forgot, you can say under carrots and potato, I mean in between carrots and potato, add an extra category. Name it melons. You understand?
Okay.
If it is an extra
Yeah.
page you forgot to add, maybe you didn't add about page or contact us page, you can say
Mm-hmm.
after this particular page, add contact page, then after contact page, add about page. That is two prompts chained properly, conditioned in one. You understand? So it is going
Perfect.
to, after the last page, it's going to add a contact page and an about us page. So if you forget something, it's not a problem. Just tell the AI where to input it. As long as you know where what you forgot should be, then tell the AI is going to do it for you. The same thing with picture editing, the same thing everywhere, even in doing your assignments too. You can tell it to, in between this paragraph, add an extra paragraph defining this and this. If it is to make it bulky. Mm-hmm.
Now my you be. Now my you be.
Okay. So now I think no more questions, right?
Thank you,
So,
everyone.
like,
Okay,
so
okay,
which
okay.
AI now is best AI
Which
use
what?
for this kind of stuff?
What did you say?
AI I can use in creating this website.
Big seven, is that you?
Yeah, that is me.
Okay, now this is why we say you should join the beginners hub, because in beginners hub that's where
Okay,
it's actually going to start. Now I'm going to actually explain it to you. Don't worry, don't stress yourself. Now see,
all right, I'm there already.
to build a website now, you can use almost virtually any of the AIs available. You can use Claude, you can use Gemini, you can use Copilot, and even ChatGPT also. But the point is this: we've always taught our students something that most times it's better you have the AI in the particular environment where it can function properly. You understand? But even we as a class, we've not gotten to that point where we'll be taking the AI away from just being an AI and putting it in an environment where it will function properly. We've not gotten to that point because we've not even perfected the prompts properly. You understand? Our current class currently are just starting to understand what is actual prompting. Before, they just knew it as you talking to the AI. You understand? And the AI is giving them results. They are getting angry. They are getting frustrated. That's the essence of this class, is to learn how to properly prompt your AI. By the time you perfect that prompting aspect of it, then we will now move over to the like more practical part where you are now taking the AI as it is. You are now prompting the AI, you're getting results, you're copying those results, putting it in Notepad, building a particular page in a particular website. Then from there, we'll now progress to the point where we take the AI itself and put it in another program. They now use a combination of this AI and this program to build the website that you'll be building, and you'll be seeing what you're building instantly. You'll instantly be relating with it. You understand? So it is a process. You get. We don't want every people to just learn at different paces, and we don't want to confuse people too much. That's why we are starting at the barest. That's why you see even EC was trying to break everything down. All what he was just trying to do at the beginning of the class was just to break it down to the ground so everybody understands, because there's a problem with understanding prompting. We still think it is something that we can just be saying it and the AI will be doing it. But I think our class, the older people in the class can now testify that it's not just about talking to your AI. It's actually more technical than that. If you want to use it for something more productive, it is way more technical than just talking. Only talk cannot do it. So don't worry, we'll take you along. In beginners class, I'll be there. I'll be there once we get off this Zoom. GT will be there to attend to you. EC will be there to attend to you. Even me myself also, I'll also be there. So you have a whole lot. GT is one of our students also, but he's a student with a very, very good prospects. So he can take you along, and he's good at bringing our beginners up to speed. So I think he's a proper guide, but we'll also be there for you too. And we'll be guiding you along the way anywhere you need us. We'll guide you up to the point where you can now be like GT and Charlie and the rest of us. Then we keep going from there. You get. So you're in safe hands, bro. Okay?
All right.
Okay. So Olayemi, what about you? Are you good? Olayemi, well, if that's all, I think we can start disconnecting. Most of us have the group now with us. We can join.
Yes.
And don't forget, you can invite your friends. But like I always say, invite people who are enthusiastic about learning, not just anybody. It's more you have people who like minds in the same community than having people with their own probably nefarious purposes or whatever it is. So invite like minds, and because it will also give you people you can pair with and learn together with physically, not just on the online, not just on WhatsApp community. It gives you like a competitive spirit. You want to learn more when you are in peers. You understand? So do also invite people close to you who are enthusiastic, and we'll see you on today is Friday. We'll see you on Sunday. And by Sunday, I'm sure you guys will be up to speed already, the new guys. So I'll see
The
you guys.
website, that website that I built, that one I sent on the group chat, I
Mm,
post on the group chat. You
mhm.
know that I was able to view it with my Chrome browser.
Yes,
I was
now.
able to view.
Yes, now. You
True.
should.
I was
Yes, now.
surprised. Let me see
No, you
speed now.
would. You would be able to view it on your phone. You would be able to. The problem Charlie is having is that Charlie is not taking note of, he's not familiar with almost many things. So he's still having a bit of a struggle. GT, you go need to take Charlie, like really, really take him on. Because, example, what he sent to me now just showed you did not even give the file a name. So that's why it's having all those issues. Even the copy and paste is not properly pasting the code inside his HTML editor. So please let him. We'll guide him together though. We'll guide him together when it comes to beginners hub. We'll guide him together. So as this new ones are going to be learning now, they'll be putting their this thing to test. It will still be following up like that. There's no problems there. You should just keep on grinding. One day it's going to be better. Big 7, we have applications there in app dumps too. GT will make you familiar with them. So you can also use them too. So you can be doing stuffs on your phone self from now. You can start experimenting around. So we can disconnect now if you know don't have any questions. The class is done. If you have questions, personal questions, you can remain. Else we can disconnect.
All right. Well, there is
What?
I said, I'll be leaving.
Are you using AirPods?
He said he will be leaving.
Okay, no problems, no problems.
Yeah, my boss.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, that stuff that you said I should ask about Daniel.
About, yeah.
Yeah. They said it's 350.
Oh, okay, 350. That's what I'm getting to, Seth. If you go on live today, we'll go and tell them.
Okay.
Yeah, my
Please,
later.
I will message you on TikTok. This is what I want to tell you. It's private.
Okay,
Thanks.
no problems, no problems. Okay,
Okay, but let me leave you now.
okay. Thank you for coming. Let me stop the recording too.